MT Gox just moved almost $1 billion worth of Bitcoin into an exchange. If they gonna sell, is Bitcoin about to crash below this support right towards $44,000 without any pullback? Let's analyze.
My crypto paradise.
Hello ladies and gentlemen of the Paradise Club, this is Simon from My Crypto Paradise. Today is Tuesday, welcome back, it's great to have you here. Let's analyze Bitcoin. So in the previous videos, you know that we have been expecting Bitcoin to start crashing from $115,000 towards this liquidity zone at around $92,000. Afterwards, basically we have been analyzing the price action together, and in the latest video I have told you that there is a high possibility that the fifth wave might be extended, and if it's going to be, we will start hitting already before any major pullback this liquidity pool, which is sitting at around $88,000. As you can see, we are right now reaching that pool. Well, and the question is, what is the price action development that is incoming? For that, let's analyze some insider data as always, and we will be analyzing with the highest probability where the market makers are planning to push Bitcoin next. So first of all, let me show you that the short positions are still there. The big boys opened the big short right here at that $110,000 during this indecision candle. They've been able to mask it well. $110,000 right below the point of control, VPVS right here, POC. From the VPVR perspective, this was a decision area, right? And as you can see, the shorts are still piling to the upward as the price action is creating lower lows and lower highs. The interesting thing is that also the long positions are increasing, but not as fast as the short positions, right? If we take a look at the open interest, it's actually decreasing. So there is not much trading activity going on, but right now I will explain to you why with the highest probability, basically these long positions will see some potential profit taking opportunities. We'll be definitely watching on how the price action, where basically we have the next important supports and resistances, and then once we have the pullback, we'll be watching what is being closed, right? If basically the price action is going to the upwards and the short positions are closing, it will basically suggest that the pullback is created not by some real buying volume, but only from short positions taken of profits, right? Right now, you know already that the big boys are not interested in shorts anymore. The retail is panic selling at the supports, right? So basically there is going to be a short squeeze. We see a big increment since here in long positions. So there is somebody already predicting that there is going to be a pullback. Are there some trading opportunities for that, and where is going to be the next major resistance? We will be talking about in this video. Let's right now take a look at the order book suit. The order book suit is seeing an accumulation area already since here. So this is great. Cumulative volume delta on the spot and on the futures as well is going still. A huge sell-off is going on. So you understand that from the macro perspective, there's still nothing interesting from long positions, but there might be a pullback, and the pullback might take us towards a very important level. And as you can see, there is lots of liquidation levels above us. So this is very, very nice for market makers to definitely start pushing the price to the upwards very, very soon. But we cannot forget about this liquidation pool, right? Because we still have some people that are listening to the crypto Twitter influencers basically that are telling you all the time, basically since the resistance of $121,000, basically since the time, if you have been in our Paradise Family VIP and of course in our free Telegram channels, where we with the Paradise team, we have been telling you since $121,000, this is the most important resistance, and with the highest probability we are going down, right? So if you have been in our at least free Telegram channel and you have been watching these videos, you are absolutely safe, right? You know that we have been buying, accumulating with Paradise Family VIP's Bitcoin 3 years ago at around $25,000, most of that, right? And we have started to sell right here and obviously right here with the big profits, and we have been exiting like crazy, and $121,000 was really the decision point that I have told you. If we will get rejected, we will start dumping towards $88,000. This is the most important level, right? Let's right now shift our focus towards the weekly time frame. We'll also take a look at the fear and greed index and trading sentiment and some other things, but here I want to share with you the weekly time frame, right? So this is the $121,000. We have not been able to reclaim it, and you already know because you are watching these videos that we have basically finished the most important advance since 2023. The 5 monster upside 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? And since then, this higher high was actually visible not only on Bitcoin only versus USDT, because as you can see versus Euro, since January 2025, we have not been able to create a higher high, but it was also created by a corrective mode wave pattern, because the important advance finished right here, and since then we have actually started the secondary corrective mode wave, right, where it basically was an expanded flat pattern, where this was the A wave, B wave, this was just a B wave, and right now we are in the motive mode C wave, right? This is basically the expanded flat pattern that you know from our website mycryptoparadise.com. In our MCP Free University, we have been teaching you this all the time. We have been shifting your focus towards the Elliott wave like crazy, and I have been repeating to you the expanded flat is very important, right? And as you know, the C wave is a motive mode wave. That means it separates itself into 5 smaller waves, where basically the C wave is downward like this, and right now we are with the highest probability at the first wave. Yeah, so let me show you the first wave. This is the first wave. The first wave is also a motive mode wave. That means it separates itself into 5 smaller waves, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So basically I will tell you why I don't believe that the third wave was finished yet. Yes, we still have some room to go before we will have the fourth wave that will take us towards important resistance level that I will be talking about, and then we will finish at $82,000. All right, very important. 88 needs to be touched for sure. You know, also let me first shift your focus also to the fear and greed index. Why new short positions are not really a great idea right now is not only the reason that we are at support zone, but also because our fear and greed index is already at the extreme number 20. You know that the extreme number 20 is working when you confluence it with some support as a great bottoming signal, right? We are on a daily time frame, so this is high time frame perspective, and the 80 with top-in signal, right? We have got a nice top-in signal last time at $122,000, and right now we are at $93,000, where we have bottomed just below the number 20 a little bit. So very important to understand this, yeah? So if you have not been shorting with the Paradise Family VIPs with us, basically since the high numbers right now, it's not really clever idea to do it. But so is it great time to buy? We'll be talking about it from a professional trading perspective, but also you need to understand the crypto trading sentiment, the sentiment score. We are watching Bitcoin talk with AI, Reddit, Twitter is at extreme lows. All right, so this is another reason why right now shorting is not really a great idea, ladies and gentlemen. So pay attention to that. Let's take a look right now at also the USDT dominance. You know that I have been telling you that we are watching this resistance. We have been able to understand the next cycle, the final fifth wave, not only because of the Bitcoin price action, but also by looking at the USDT dominance, right? So the USDT dominance was at support. We have got the bullish divergence, right? You remember, MACD histogram confirmation from RSI as well, being creating a huge selling momentum, but the price action created a higher low instead. So that basically told us, all right, so Bitcoin is at resistance, USDT dominance is at support. This is the clear understanding what's going to happen next. Bitcoin will continue to fall further, and that's exactly what happened. However, right now it's kinda changing, isn't it? The USDT dominance is at resistance, and we will be taking a look at Bitcoin because it's at support. Together with that, we can see higher high on the 4-hour time frame of USDT dominance. dominance, but lower high on the MACD histogram. We are having exaggerated bearish divergence also on RSI. It's not exactly a lower high, but at least it is equal high in an overbought area with higher high on the price action. So basically, this is a nice combination of bearish divergences that you can again monitor with me on our website mycryptoparadise.com. in our MCP free university. You can learn about these divergences. So this is a bearish sign. We are waiting for a confirmation, all right, from the moving average trading time frame perspective right here. If you will get a beautiful reclaim, the continuation to the downside will be obvious, and obviously once the USDT dominance, as you know, is falling and the basically Bitcoin is at support, the highest probability is that the stables are flowing back to crypto, right? Back to crypto, and that means the crypto will continue to rise and basically see continuation and reversal to the upside. So let's take a look right now on a weekly time frame. We can see that we are touching just above our support zone, important support zone that I'm sharing with you basically since $121,000. So right now it's extremely important to understand that we are at support on the weekly time frame. So if you are not shorting with us since the higher numbers, it's not a smart idea to do that right now. There will be much better prices again to short towards that $44,000. Macro time frame perspective, however, is still bearish. We are having the bearish divergences, extended bearish divergence on RSI, stochastic RSI still open legs to the downside that are looking to the downside, and we are increasing volume, the shorting volume, right? Selling volume. So this is basically a beautiful example of how C wave is being structured, right? So we are waiting for the first wave to be finished. It will be finished at around $82,000 with the highest probability, and then we will see a nice pump towards around $115,000, maybe lower, maybe we will stop only at the moving average trend line, but definitely, as I'm telling you, basically since the high numbers, we are still treating it as bears, right? So after we will touch the $44,000 with the highest probability, we will see an upward moment towards $240,000, and that will be the nicest opportunity as we have got right here to accumulate. We will start accumulating again right here towards the rally towards $240,000, right? So this was the first wave, second wave, third wave. If you take a look on the Ethereum, you remember I've been telling you right here, sell. It's the perfect opportunity for bears, right? Not for buys. The highest probability is that we will see a rejection and back we are at this support. So you know exactly that Ethereum is having the similar price action, and then we will see an upward momentum towards $9,000 unless we can break this bearish structure. Let's take a look right now on the daily time frame. Let's take a look at the price action. Why I do believe that the third wave is not yet finished. We will take a look on the lower time frames, but on the daily time frame you already can see pretty much the perspective of the first wave from the hard degree perspective. So right now we are finishing the third wave. Once that's finished, we will have a fourth wave that will take us towards $100,000, all right, because it's an important structure which was previously working as a support. Now it's gonna be working as a resistance. It's also a Fibonacci retracement level of VPVR right here. We are also having a sell wall, big sell wall at $100,000 around that level. You can see that right here. It's not yet visible that there is something important. We are having so far there only a couple of millions. Let me show you right here. $13 million at $100,000. We are having something at 101.93. This is important, but right here on a different exchanges, it's visible that a lot of Bitcoins are already placing a sell wall at $100,000. So this is going to be working nicely as a resistance. So definitely pay attention to it. Let's right now analyze the third wave on the 4-hour time frame. So basically you can see the price action of the fifth wave of the third wave, right? So the secondary higher degree wave finished right here. Since then we have started the third wave, which is also subdividing itself into 5 small waves, and since here we have started to create the fifth of the fifth, right? So the fifth of the fifth is also a motive mode wave. That means it subdivides itself into 5 small waves. So basically, because it was extension, the waves are beautifully visible. 1, 2, and then we have had extended third, right? So 1, 2. So this is the 1, 2, and now the third wave, right? The third wave is also motive wave. That means it subdivides itself into 5 small waves. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and right now we are finishing 5. So we have finished actually the fight right here, exactly above our support zone. Right now we are creating the fourth wave. I don't believe that the fourth wave might take us higher than $95,000, and then we will create the fifth wave of the third wave, this one, which might take us towards $85,000. All right, so very important to understand that. Right now, however, I'm not shorting. If you are not shorting with us, if you are not in ParadiseFamilyVIP, where we are sharing with you our clear entry and exit targets and our personal trades with a professional trading strategies and tactics, it's not really a great idea to short right here at support, right? So should you take a look at some long positions? Well, if you are a swing trader, if you are not scalping and you have not scalped long position from here after seeing this bullish hammer candlestick pattern, the risk to reward is not really favorable anymore, right? So definitely this might be a great day trading shorting opportunity upon confirmations toward that $82,000. Definitely upon confirmations they are necessary, because if we will start breaking above this moving average trend line, we can already start pumping towards this resistance that I will be talking about in a minute. That's basically the $100,000, right? But so far right now it doesn't seem like we have finished the third wave just yet, right? But because we are at support and we are having the bullish divergences right here, as you can see, we have created a lower low, but on the MACD histogram we are already creating a higher low where the momentum is already decreasing, all right, as you can see. So the bulls are picking up on strength, on momentum. Also there is a confirmation from RSI, right? Lower low on the price action, higher low on the RSI, and the stochastic RSI is looking upwards, right? Crossing, there is a bullish cross and we are looking to the upside. So basically the bulls can start picking up on momentum a lot right now thanks to these signs, right? So definitely the short positions are not favorable right now. There are no high probabilities, all right? Even though from macro perspective there is a nice risk to reward, and the long positions right now, they are coming with a higher probability, but the risk reward is not really nice, right? Because you understand that we are right at this resistance, then there is immediate resistance right here, and you would need to place stop loss right below this support. So definitely it's better to wait for a better short entry and continue in riding the trend. Let's right now take a look on 1 hour time frame. This is last time frame we will be taking a look at it, and basically you can see the fifth wave. This was the first wave, second wave, third wave, then a fourth wave, and this is the fifth of the fifth, right? We have been already going through the subwaves, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the fifth, right? Right now we are creating the fourth wave. Right now we are creating the fourth wave. That might not take us higher than the $95,000, right? From the medium time frame perspective, we understand that this is going to be a nice resistance. So let me basically turn this into a red color. We can go as high as towards that 1.618 Fibonacci retracement level. So important to watch out for that. So actually I will exchange this. Let me do it like this. I just want to share with you this resistance so you can understand that this is going to be very important resistance area. I don't believe that we will be touching the structure on this fourth wave. The structural previous support now is gonna be acting as a resistance. I think this is going to be pretty much enough, all right? So this is going to be a very strong resistance area that might take us up to $97,000 maximum. We are waiting for basically conclusion of the fourth wave, which might be in triangle, and then there will be a continuation to the downside with the highest probability that will take us towards $82,000 to $85,000. All right. So from the lower time frame perspective, you can see 85 is very strong, right? From the 4-hour time frame perspective, we might go as low as $82,000. All right. So however, I don't believe that it's going to be during this fifth wave, but if it's going to be the fifth wave of the larger degree, will be much lower, and we will be talking about that, but that's like very low probability. So if we will basically create with this third wave the low at $82,000, there is a high probability that the fifth wave might be truncated, you know, that in impulse or an ending diagonal, the the fifth wave might be truncated, so we are gonna be watching out for that. But right now, the most probable price action is that we are concluding the fourth wave. Once we have a corrective mode wave pattern formed, we might be looking for some nice scalp short trades with Paradise Family VIPs. We'll be riding the finishment of the third wave. All right, it might take us towards $82,000 to $85,000. All right, but with the highest probability, it's going to be like $85,000, $88,000. So this is going to be the very important support level. All right, third wave. Then we will have the high degree, the medium time frame degree fourth wave that will take us with the highest probability towards the 0.61 Fibonacci retracement level of the third wave, right? So I've been taking the Fibonacci retracement tool from the high of here all the way down towards the possible fifth wave, which I do believe might be really 85 maximum. But you need to understand that the support zone is kinda wide. But anyway, because we are riding just the shorts, it's not really that important. We are waiting for the structure to be completed. But these, we are very precise in the targets, you know that, like calling the bottoms and the tops. But just for the sake of these videos, you need to understand that not only the support zones are important, but for profit taking, exit targeting, and confirmations, what's also important is the completion of structures, right? So we are waiting for the fourth wave structure. Afterwards, we will be waiting for the fourth wave structure to be completed. We know that the fourth waves are corrective mode waves. That means one of these corrective mode waves, it can be in that fourth wave, right? So with the highest probability, it's going to be one of these triangles, probably contracting, right? But from the rule of alternation, it's going to be a shallow correction. And once that's done, we'll be riding the final fifth wave. That might take us towards $82,000, yeah? So that's going to be afterwards completion of the higher degree third wave. Then we will have the fourth wave. That might take us much higher. About that in the next video, because I mean, the first wave is going to be finished right here. Then the secondary wave will take us much more higher from the weekly time frame. So perspective. So I meant secondary wave, not fourth wave. The fourth wave of the first wave will take us probably towards $101,000. By that time, I do believe this moving average trend line will also like already slip to the downside. So it will support this resistance. All right. So then we will complete the hard degree first wave, this one, and then the secondary wave will start. All right. So we are looking with the Paradise Family VIPs in terms of swing trades. You know that we are doing day trading, swing trading, macro time frame investing as well. So that's also why we have been accumulating Bitcoin right here, and then we have been selling at these levels right here, right? So basically from the swing trading perspective, all right, the nice short trading opportunities will be one at $100,000 riding down to $82,000, and then with the highest probability there will be another short trading opportunity at around $113,000, and that's going to be the big one that will take us towards that next important support, right? So definitely I will be updating the levels and the price action. If you're in Paradise Family VIP, you know the live trades from us with clear entry and exit targets. So take it easy and smooth, play with proper trading tactics and strategies, and I will see you again on Thursday. Cheers.
My crypto paradise.